and welcome. On this episode of Happy Normal Garage, we have this trailer full of goodies. Will any of it run again? We'll see. The first step in this video is going to be to get this stuff unloaded. For that, we're going to use our 520 with our loader. Okay, let's get our straps on. Alright, let's go for it. We're going to start here with this Predator 4000. The first thing we need to do is pump all the bad gas out of the fuel tank. We got it pitched up with this 520 tie rod. And we're going to get our siphon going. This is an electric siphon. Works pretty good from Harbor Freight. This won't take but a minute. This thing probably has a couple gallons of gas in it. What a waste. And about a minute later, it's almost empty. The rest will have to run out through the fuel line, but it ain't no big deal. Okay. First step, remove the air cleaner. All it has is this piece of foam, and it looks like another piece of foam. Alright, that ain't too bad. Now we'll pull this breather hose off. Okay, and of course they made it so you have to take this inner air cleaner off to get to the other carburetor screw. Let's go ahead and do that real fast. Okay, now that that's out of the way, we'll this one over here. Alright, well that, just pull that off. I'm going to go ahead and shut this fuel valve so it doesn't leak too much. And get that adapter. That notch up. Ah, okay. This is one of those government approved models where it takes the vent to the gas tank and puts it in the intake air box. That's nice. Dang, I didn't think I'd get that with my finger. Holy crap. Am I gonna have to pull the studs out? I can't get the carburetor to... Yeah. I'm gonna have to take the studs off, I think. I can't get the carburetor to pull off enough to disconnect the... Oh wait, never mind. I'll take that back. Okay. Now our carburetor slides right off, just like that. While I'm working on the carburetor, I'm going to go ahead and drain the oil. To drain the oil on these, I have a plug down here. That is a 10 millimeter. Man, I thought I'd snap my ratchet for a second. You never know with this Harbor Freight stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's got some time on it. Not too much though. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and start taking the carburetor apart. This is your idle speed adjustment, but we'll go ahead and reset that once we get it running. Okay, so now that we've removed our idle stop, we can go ahead and remove our idle jet. Pulls out just like that. No big deal. And I actually have this specially modified flathead screwdriver. I ground the tapers off the sides to pull out the main jet. To do that, we just do this. It should just drop right out. And then on these carburetors, the main nozzle also pops out. Like so. Using the only carb cleaner worth your money, we're going to start with the bowl. We'll use a Scotch-Brite and clean the crud out, as you can see. It's hard to get in here with a Scotch-Brite, so we'll just use a demo pick. We're going to try to show some of the details of doing this. These are fairly common carburetors. The Predator itself is a Honda GX clone. So you would follow a similar process with Honda GX engines, which are very common engines. Alright, we'll start with the main nozzle. With a welding tip cleaner, and carefully give it a little scrape on the inside. You want to be very careful not to enlarge the holes, because that will change the fuel mixture. So you just want to poke it something through and make sure all your passages are open. We'll use a Scotch-Brite to polish the exterior. Okay, so we'll blow it out with compressed air. That's clean. Now for the body of the carburetor, we will clean the smooge off of this. Like so. We'll rip off a little piece of Scotch-Brite. To make sure our seat's clean. Now, let's make sure the passage down from the idle jet to the main nozzle cavity is clear. Okay. And this is another passage we need to make sure is clean. And this is another passage that you need to make sure are clean. Okay, this is pretty easy to put back together. First we'll drop our main nozzle in, then our main jet in, I should just stock the bowl gaskets. That's what you normally use. So I would say, because we opened our carb kit, that I would use the new needle, but the needles are not the same. I don't think it would matter though, because this float has the tab so you can adjust the float height. So I would imagine this kit would work just fine. But there's nothing wrong with this needle, so we're going to go ahead and use it. Okay. We'll put our pin back in. Like so. We're going to check our float height. Our float height looks good. Now we can go ahead and put our bowl on. I think that was pointed that way, but if we have to reposition it, we can. Okay. Now we can put our idle jet back in, like so. Now we can put our throttle stop back in, like so. And it was barely sticking through, so it goes right about there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put this sucker back on and see what happens. And through the magic of YouTube, the carburetor gets installed just like that. Wow, this YouTube magic is great. Okay, well, let's go ahead and put oil in it and some gas and see what it does. I'd say the oil was ready to be changed. It's pretty black and it kind of smells like gas. We're going to go ahead and use our special flexible funnel to put oil in this thing. Abby's deciding to get in the way. Come on, you're going to end up getting oil on yourself. No, don't. What are you doing? Come on. I'm trying to put oil on this thing so I can make money to feed you. Expensive, dog. Well, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit over half a quart of oil in this thing. The next shot you'll see, we'll be out there starting it for the first time. Switch on, choke on. Got it started, yay! Bringing up generator power in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, we are up and running. Ain't that a beautiful sight? Man, I thought I was going to have to adjust the frequency on this thing, but it's pretty close to 60. Well, that about does it for this episode. Here we are unloading the next project, this 4,000 watt Coleman. We were originally trying to do this as a shop trio, fixing all three of these pieces of equipment, but we had a heck of a time with the two-piece flow jet on this Briggs, so it took a while. And then we put the tiller off for like a month. So you'll see those on upcoming episodes. Feel free to like the video if you enjoy the content. Share it with any of your friends that might find this video useful in fixing their generators. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We're always looking for new subscribers. And we'll see you on the next episode of Abby Normal Garage.